everybody. So thanks for hopping on with us today. I've got a special treat for you guys. For anybody that does not know, my name is Paula Oakman. So for anybody that does not know me, my husband Chris and I have been in the network marketing space for the past 10 years. We've done really well with it, made life-changing money, helped other people do the same. And we were in our previous company for over 7 years. We saw CBD launching and all the money that people made and all the different brands coming out. And for us, we knew people wanted the whole plant, not just part of it. So we sat down and looked at this opportunity that we're going to show you guys today, and it blew my mind. So I want you to watch this with an open perspective. There's nobody better than the CEO himself to explain everything to us, right? We've got instant impact products that work immediately. You don't have to tell somebody, give it a few days or a few weeks and, do all that. It works immediately. You get them in people's hands, they work, they're telling everybody. We've got an instant impact compensation plan. It pays out up to 87% on the front end. That's crazy. So Marty set aside time from his busy schedule today. He's been traveling all across the U.S., guys, doing events. Marty, I don't want to take too much time and get to rambling. So Marty's going to go through the opportunity presentation and show you guys what all of us that are here on the team saw that blew our mind. And I hope you get excited too, guys.
Well, hey, thanks, Paula. Thanks for having me. I'm going to share my screen real quick. Hopefully you can see it, and I'll jump right in. All right. Well, first of all, look, I'm excited to be here. And I think that, the stigma is shifting. I think things are changing. You talked about immediate impact products. And I just don't know of another plant. I don't even know of unless it's maybe a pharmaceutical thing that's unhealthy for you, but I just don't know of anything that immediately impacts your body like these products do. But anyhow, we'll talk about that in a second. So I'm going to run through this real quick, and then I'll turn it back over to you, and we'll rock and roll. So yes, I know there's people going to be literally from the East Coast, the West Coast, everywhere in between, even probably around the world that are watching this. CannaGlobe is a global company, but it's the first ever virtual dispensary of its kind that discreetly drop ships both medicinal and recreational products to your front door. And we're the first ever. We're really the only that does this. Industry experts are saying great stuff about us. They're calling us the Amazon of cannabis. They're saying that we're the most innovative, disruptive, and compelling business model that the industry's ever seen. But everybody's talking about the industry as a whole. I mean, Rolling Stone magazine says it's growing at an unprecedented pace. The CNBC calls it the new gold rush. Forbes magazine says that the market could grow by 700% over the next few years. The Wall Street Journal calls it a tremendous market for anybody that's involved. And speaking of the market, we know that timing is everything. Grandview Research put this out last year, that it is one of the largest market disruptions and paradigm shifts in U.S. history is occurring from right now up until 2030, and it's the growth of the cannabis market. So you're at the best place you could ever be, right? With great timing. But why is that? Why is everybody talking about it? Why is the market exploding? I bet it's not what you think. Most people think, when I ask the question, why do you think everybody's talking about cannabis? Why is it in the news? Why is it growing like it is? Most people think because people want to get high. Well, that's simply not the case. It's because people want to get healthy, and they're discovering the benefits, the health benefits of this plant. It's simple, guys. We can't make any medical claims. Just Google it for yourself and then just give it a try. I don't know a single plant, nor even a single pharmaceutical drug that you can take that impacts, treats, helps with everything you see on your screen and a whole lot more. I just don't know of anything. And so do your own homework. Don't take my word for it. Try it for yourself. We all have what's called an endocannabinoid system. Most people don't even know this. And where the endocannabinoid system comes from is from cannabinoids. We didn't call it this. The medical field and the U.S. government is who called it the endocannabinoid system. And we have that just like we have an immune system, a neuro system, a skeletal system, a digestive system. Every system that our body has, it's no different from those. We have what's called CB1 and CB2 receptors. Every human, every animal, and those require cannabinoids in order for us to function properly. It's literally like the spark plugs to the human body. Where do you think cannabinoids are found? They're found in cannabis. Okay. And they impact, guys, the brain, your lungs, your vascular system, your muscles, your gastrointestinal tract, your reproductive organs, your spleen, your pancreas, your liver, all over your body. And guys, look, if you've ever driven a car that didn't operate correctly, and maybe you looked under the hood or something and a spark plug was out, or the battery cables were loose or whatever, that is kind of what cannabinoids do for you. Because if you're deficient in cannabinoids, your body's not in homeostasis. It's not balanced. Therefore, you might feel groggy. You might feel lightheaded when you stand up. You might feel like you don't get enough sleep, or you can't get out of bed, or you might be hungry all the time, or you might never be hungry. It's really, really weird how one plant impacts all of those things differently. I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. You see, THC is only one cannabinoid. That's the one everybody knows about. And then CBD is the other one that everybody knows about. But there are 130 plus cannabinoids in this plant. There's CBC, there's CBG, there's CBCA, there's CBN, there's THCV, there's THCA, there's THCP. There's tons of cannabinoids that we know of, and they all do something different. For example, if you need sleep, it's almost as if the plant is intelligent. And I said almost as if it's intelligent. There's a reason why it's called the sacred plant. But when you take this product in a full spectrum perspective, and if your body needs sleep, the CBN kicks in and it helps you to sleep. But on the complete opposite end of the spectrum, if you actually need energy, the CBG will kick in and give you energy. And guys, it's the only plant, it's the only medicine that I know of. And I'm going to, take that back. I didn't say a medicine, but it's the only plant that I know of that can do all these things just by taking one thing. We have over 100 premium products, guys, in the dispensary. They're all 100% plant powered, no chemicals, no synthetics, and they all have an immediate impact. And when I say immediate, I'm talking 10 to 15 seconds up to maybe 20 minutes. Even our gummies, they don't take 2 hours to kick in, like if you were to buy them from a brick and mortar dispensary. We have products for every area of life, whether you have pain in your back, your knees, your neck, wherever you've got pain, we've got products for pain. If you have stress or anxiety or depression, we've got products for that. If you need more energy, or you need more focus or better clarity, or you want to be more productive in your life, we got products for all those things that are targeted towards those things. And we have products in every delivery method. So if you like to eat gummies because you want energy, we got gummies for energy. But if you like to eat gummies and you have pain, we have gummies for pain. If you want gummies for stress or anxiety, guys, we've got gummies, we've got sweet tarts, we've got capsules, we got beverages, we've even got bakables, for God's sakes. We've got brownie mix, we got chocolate chip cookie mix, we got fried chicken batter, of all things, right? If you like to smoke, we got smokables from pre-rolls to flower to king palms to disposables to vape carts. Guys, we've got every delivery method for every area of your life where you need this product. We've got products with 0 THC. So if you don't want THC, great. We've got all of the products without it. We've also got products with THC. And again, these are both medicinal and recreational. Now, what separates us is nanotechnology. We're probably one of a handful of companies in the world that nano-emulsify all of our products. Now, what does that mean? Well, it means that we shrink the molecule by 4,500% so that it goes into your bloodstream rather than through your digestive tract and out the other end. That's one reason. That's why it also takes effect so fast. Secondly, most of our products are water soluble. Why do we do that? It's because the body is made up of over 70% water. And if you take an oil-based product, oil and water do not mix. You're only getting about 10% bioavailability when you use an oil base. So most all our products are water-based. Anyhow, You're probably wondering, how's all this legal, especially the THC side of it? Well, it's because we are compliant with the 2018 Farm Bill. Every single product we make it according to the law. Secondly, it gets tested by DEA certified labs, and they provide reports on every single one of our products. So we're currently in 26 countries. In the United States is where we have the medicinal and the recreational cannabis. The rest of the world, we have mushrooms. Yep, legal mushrooms. You'll love it. So what's the opportunity for you? Well, it's to become a virtual dispensary owner without all the hassles and no experience, no storefront, no inventory. You don't have to hire an attorney to get your license and do background checks and do all that stuff. And I think one of the most important things is you don't have to be apologetic. Guys, I grew up in a very conservative home. I'm a believer. I'm not asking you to be a believer. I literally am an ordained minister. I used to think that cannabis was a dirty thing. I thought it was a drug. I thought it was only bad people do that, if you will. And I'm just like everybody else. But when my dad got stage 4 cancer and my best friend got stage 4 cancer, and my best friend, who had never done cannabis in his life, had all the money in the world, had people from MD Anderson all over the world working on him. He already went through radiation, already went through chemo, nothing worked. He was given 3 months to live. And he said, I'm doing cannabis. And I was like, you are crazy. I wouldn't touch that stuff. Well, he ended up, I'm not saying the cannabis did this, but he ended up, and I'm talking about with no THC, he ended up not living just 3 months, but he lived 9 years cancer-free. Again, I'm not saying that cannabis did this, but he lived cancer-free. And the day that he died, he fell and broke his hip and had an aneurysm, and that's what he died from, not from cannabis. So anyhow, when that all happened, guys, I really opened up my mind and said, wow, I looked at this the wrong way. This really is a plant. I mean, this is something that God made, not that man made. And so if you just want to say no to drugs, this is my new slogan. If you just want to say no to drugs, say no to what your doctor prescribes you, that you got to go down to the pharmacy and get that prescription. And then you probably have to get 3 or 4 others just to deal with the side effects of those chemicals that you're putting into your body. Now, I'm not saying there's not a place for Western medicine. I believe that there is, but there's even a bigger place for plants. You see, God knew what he did when he created these plants, and he knew how they would impact our bodies. Again, I'm not asking you to be a believer. Okay. I am. And it's 100% legal. So how do you become a video? Well, 2 options. You can either become a video. It's
a one-time fee of $299, and then you also get $300 worth of products for $100, which makes your total $473.37.
That's one time. Secondly, there's a $25 a month dispensary fee. All right. Now, I'm not going to go through all the details of it, but if you're serious about making money, you should become a video pro.
It's $599.
You get everything you get as a video, but you also get paid to train videos, whether they're in your network, whether they're on your team or not, doesn't matter. Okay. You also get trained how to train them. You get the material to train them. So anyhow, that's how you get started. And then what do? Well, it's pretty simple, man. It's a lot of fun. You're going to share your link. You're going to share your QR code. You might want to share some sample products with people. These are single gummies, single sweet tarts. And as you do, people will become customers, and some people will want to be a video. And that's all you're going to do. You're going to get a handful of customers and a handful of people to do the same thing. Now, how does it work? How do you get paid? Well, that's simple too. As a video, one of the first things you want to do is become a qualified video. How do you do that? Well, you get 3 customer points is how you do that. Okay. Once you are qualified, every time you personally enroll another qualified video, that means somebody that gets their 3 customer points, you're going to earn what's called a mentor customer bonus of $100. For every single person you do that. Whether it's 3, that'd be 300. If it's 10, it's 1,000. If it's 20, it's 2,000. Every time you personally enroll a video that gets those 3 customer points within their first 30 days, you're going to make $100. Now, watch this. Once you have personally enrolled 3, but there's a total of 12 on your team, you only enroll 3, but you have 12, and 1 trainer, 1 video pro, which can be yourself, you get promoted to our first leadership position, which is called area video. And now, as an area video, it gets exciting. Every time you personally enroll a new qualified video, again, that's a video that gets their customers, you're now going to make 175, 175, 170, because that's every time you personally enroll a new qualified video. But the beauty of this is it doesn't stop there. You see, every single qualified video that joins your area team, you are from somebody else, you earn 75, 75, 75. That's paid to unlimited levels, unlimited numbers. Stay with me for a minute. It'll all make sense. Meet a few more requirements to get promoted to regional video. And now, as a regional video, you do the same thing, but now you just make more money. Now, every time you personally enroll a new video that gets those 3 customer points, you're going to make $200. But every time anybody in that network does the same, you're going to make 100, 100, 100, 100, 100, again to unlimited levels. And so look at it from this perspective. If you were a regional and you enrolled me and I got my 3 customer points, you'd make 200. But let's say that I enrolled Paula tomorrow or next week and she did the same thing. You might not know Paula, but you would make $100. And let's say Paula enrolled 10 people. Guess what? You'd make $1,000. Excuse me. And if those 10 people did the same thing, you'd make 10,000. And it just continues and continues. As you promote through the ranks, you become a national. You're going to do the same thing, but now you're making 225 and 125. Man, Paul, I think I choked on something here. Well, I think I'm going too fast.
I think the comp plan's so good, it has took your breath away.
Yeah, it took my breath away and choked me. Yeah, you're right. Anyhow, and then as you become an international, it's just more money for doing the same thing. Every time you personally enroll a new qualified video, it's $275. Anytime anybody else does, it's $175. And what's beautiful about this comp plan is if you really do the math, guys, you'll find out that the company's actually paying 87% out immediately. Every single time a new video joins and they get qualified, we pay out 87%. You just got to do the math on it. It's pretty ridiculous. But as you're promoting from one rank to the next, you know, you're making all of this all at the same time. You're making the 75s on that first group, the 100s on the second one, 125 on the third, 175. Guys, that's all at the same time. And in addition to this immediate income, you also are earning residual income on all of your customers and all of your team's customers. So for example, you're making anywhere from 15% when you first get started on your personal customers. And then when you become an area, again, that's only 12 people, you're making 18. Then you become a regional, you're making 21. You become a national, you're making 24%. You become an international, you're making 27%. And that's on all your personal customers. And then you start making levels away from you, anywhere from 4, 7, 10, or 13. And then you make unlimited income from 3, 6, 9 to 12 to unlimited levels throughout your network. And that's every time a video or any of their customers make purchases, and you're paid all of these guys on a weekly basis. Now, if you do choose to become a video pro, you get paid $40 to $100 for every person that you train, whether they are on your team or not. I have to take a break there, maybe my first one today. Whether they're on your team or not is the big thing. A lot of people are like, wait, what? I'm a great trainer. I love to train. You mean I can train? Yep, that's right. Through Zoom. You don't even have to do it in person. Secondly, every person on your team that gets trained to be a trainer, whether you train them or not, you earn $25 to $200. Now, if you do both, if you are the trainer, you make both of these on top of each other. And again, this is paid to unlimited levels. Okay, so let's look at an example. We're not making any income claims whatsoever. This is only an example, okay? If you become an area video, that meant that you enroll 3 people and you had a total of 12, okay? And you become an area video. If all you do as an area video, somebody asked me not too long ago, how do I get to 50,000 a month? And I said, well, I can show you math doesn't lie. 2 plus 2 is always 4. It's never 3 or 5. 3 times 3 is always 9. It is what it is. Math is an absolute truth. And so I showed them this. I said, so here's the deal. I'm going to use my arrow here. I don't even know if y'all can see it. Nope, doesn't look like you can. So it's a lot of numbers, but just walk through it with me. Look at where it says you. If you're an area and all you do in your first month after becoming an area is just enroll 3 qualified videos and help them get a handful of customers, if that's all you do, you're going to make a few $100. Actually, you'll make more than that. These are just the bonuses. If your second month, you help your 3 do what you just did, you'll have 9 on your second level. And again, you'll make, a little over $1,000. Your third month, you help them do the same thing. Now you got 27. You made it, probably $4,000 or $5,000. And it's more than what you're seeing on your screen. This is the most conservative thing. Your fourth month, you help those 27 do the same thing. Now, here's what happens. And you'll make about $10,000 that month. But here's what happens. That's where people stop. That's where they slow down. Guys, you need to write this term down. It's called exponential reciprocity. Exponential reciprocity. And here's what happens. You know what exponential growth is, but when it's reciprocating, guys, in the comp plan like this, it's hard to fathom what is possible. But here's what's possible. If you don't quit that third or fourth month, like most people do, it requires momentum, right? So it's like trying to get your car pushed off to the side of the road. If you've ever broken down in the middle of the road, if you push real hard, if you get it rolling, what's the last thing you want to do? Stop or quit, because you got to start all over. And it takes all that energy all over again to get it going. Well, if you stop again, you got to start all over again, rather than you got to really push. And when you get it rolling, you got to keep pushing, create that momentum. And now watch what happens with exponential reciprocity. Look at what happens on your 6th month. Just in the bonuses of the area bonus, you'd make 54,000. You'd make another 29,000 if you trained everybody, and you'd make over 16,000, 17,000 in residual income, because you get all those levels, level 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, all at the same time on that 6th month. So I want y'all to think about this. I didn't say go get 30 or 300 or whatever. If you just become an area and then you start over, do 3, and you teach them to do the same, and you teach them to do the same, and you teach them to do the same. And don't you stop that 3rd or 4th month or 5th month. You keep that strategy, you keep that business plan going, and that's how you get to 50,000 a month. Now, the good thing is it doesn't stop on your 6th level like most companies. We pay your 7th, your 8th, your 9th, your 10th, your 11th. In fact, we pay unlimited levels. So how does a person get to 6 figures a month? You can see it right here. Guys, it's not rocket science. I mean, just look at the numbers. If somebody becomes an area video, that's the first rank. It only takes 12 people to get there. You get paid through 6 levels on the upfront, and on the back end, you get paid unlimited levels on the upfront, and you get paid unlimited levels on the back end. Look at what's possible just as an area video. There's not another company out there that you can just hit the first rank and make this kind of money. Secondly, once you become an area, you're always an area. Once you become any rank in our company, you're always at that rank. There's no monthly minimums on buy and no monthly volume commitments. We don't do PV, BV, and all that secretive stuff that you can't figure out how much you're going to earn. It's all black and white, exactly what somebody spends. You can calculate your commission straight off that. So hopefully, if you think that you can just get 3 in 30 days and then teach that the next month and teach that the next month, and don't give up until you experience exponential reciprocity, it'll take off for you. You won't even be teaching, you won't even be training, and it'll continue to grow. In fact, if you were to quit, it would still grow. You couldn't even convince people to not do it, because they're all making money now, or however many of them are earning income. They don't care what you do. They're going to keep doing what they want to do. Anyhow, so guys, maybe the icing on the cake is this. On top of all that, you also have the opportunity to have your own brand in the dispensary that is 100% paid for by the company. I'm talking about from your logo to the recipe, formulation, manufacturing, sales, distribution, customer service, everything is done and paid for by the company. It doesn't cost you a single dime. There are several ways you can do this. One is you can become an international video, be one of the first 10 or one of the first 5 nationals, or you can be one of the top earners in August, September, and October. And it's a promo and you get paid. So just think about this. You get paid a percentage of gross revenue company wide. So let's say you only had 300 people on your team, but there's 30,000 videos or 30,000 customers out there. You only have a handful, right? You only have a very small percentage of that on your team, but the entire company, whether they're selling them your product at music festivals, they're selling it at farmers markets, they're selling it to gas stations, smoke shops, vitamin stores, spas, you name it, grocery stores, or they're selling it to their mother, brother, aunt, sister, cousin, you get paid, even from people that are not on your team. I don't think it gets any better. And guys, this isn't talk. It's not hype. We're not futuring. It's already real. Holly Barker from Hollywood, California, already has her own brand with this. It's called Happy Snacks. Scotty Huss, Miami, Florida, already has his brand with this called Biscotti. Rodney Burton from Miami, Florida, already has his brand with this called Rise. Reggie Franklin, Dallas, Texas, already has his brand with this called Sidekicks. Guys, you can have your brand right alongside them in the dispensary and get paid on sales company-wide. Now, I've talked a lot about money, money, money. I know. And it is rewarding. And I'm not trying to be humble by what I'm about to tell you. I'll take the money, okay? But making people happy is a whole lot more rewarding than making money for me. What do I mean by that? Here's what I mean. I think our country, I think the world, I don't know what happened. I don't know if it was COVID. I think COVID had a lot to do with it. I don't know if it was politics or economics or race or what, but I'm telling you, man, it seems like our world is mad. They're depressed. They're stressed out. They're anxious. They're angry. You know, I mean, people are mad at each other for I don't know for what reason. When you have a product that you can give somebody and in 15 seconds, their frown turns into a smile, or their stress turns into peace and relaxation, or the pain in their back goes away, or they sleep like they're dead for the first time in 30 freaking years. When you can do that, when you've got a product that can change a person's life instantly, not 30 days later, 60 days later, 90 days later, and then they don't even know if it's the product or not. I'm talking about the first time they take it, they immediately know that it works. When you've got something like that, guys, that's what's rewarding. That's what's rewarding. So anyhow, you're going to want to, make a decision whether you want to become a video or even a customer and just try the products, right? You can buy it. You can just become a customer, or you want to become a video or a video pro. The decision's up to you guys. I want to thank you, Paula, for having me. I'll stay on here as long as you want me to. But yeah, you're going to want to get with whoever invited you here and, man, join us today in improving your life and the lives of other people through what might be the most powerful plant on the planet. So with that, Paula, I'm going to turn it back over to you and I'm going to stop my share here, if that's okay.
Marty, nobody can do this presentation like you. Nobody. I don't care how much they practice. You knock it out of the park every time. And I'm so glad that we had so many people stop during their busy day to hear what you had to say. And I hope they got excited just like we did, because me and Chris, when we saw this and we saw products that work immediately, a compensation plan that pays out so much on the front end, we couldn't ignore it. You couldn't unsee it. And I want everybody, I'm going to wrap up, but I want everybody to understand how important timing and positioning is as well. Because right now the company is still so new. You can position yourself with a team that has systems in place that's helping everybody build a strong foundation. You're getting in early and taking advantage of the timing. And when momentum hits, it's going to skyrocket. So I don't think waiting is a good idea. And there's a lot of people that are going to wait. They're going to wait until the company's in momentum. And I watched it our last company, we had people that got in early and they made crazy money. No income claims again, of course, but we had other people that came in 3 or 4 years later that still made life-changing money, but they still say today, if I would have got in early, I would have made 3 to 4 times that. And they were kicking themselves. So I encourage everybody to really pay attention to the fact that we have timing here and positioning to where you can get in before everybody else, because people are coming from left and right, and they may as well hear it from you before they hear it from somebody else. So thank you so much, Marty. Thank you guys for hopping on. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments and we'll be catching up and checking what you guys had to ask. Hopefully we can do this again sometime in the near future, and you guys will have gotten in and can bring your potential business partner.